do chat. See, I gotta wear these sunglasses because it's talking about the White House card, and now I know I'm gonna post this on like Wednesday, early Wednesday, maybe late Tuesday, because I'm recording this at 9 on a Tuesday. Because I'm lazy. I just don't feel like it. I like recording the reactions while the fights happen. I could care less to do anything else. I mean, every week, I usually only post 2 videos. One is my card recap and next week's cards predictions. So I'm like, okay, that's all I post really. And then I'll post the reactions to the fighters. The last video I made was about McGregor, and I might do more of those, but too fucking lazy. But Steve, I almost called him Steve Lopez. Diego Lopez versus Steve Garcia. See, at first, when the fight was happening, it was like, wow. This fight seems like it could be another Lopez stinker. Maybe he edges out a win, but he needs a knockout. He needs to look good. He just lost a second time to Volk, and he wants to move to lightweight. And I don't really think that's a good idea. I don't think he's anywhere near the top guys a lightweight. Because I just don't think he's big enough. I think Arman beats him, Oliveira beats him. I forget who else is in that division. Most of the top fighters beat him. Ilia beats him. Maybe. I think Ilia beats him. Holloway probably beat him. I don't think he should. He dominates featherweight. Take a fight against Aljo. Or, yeah, fight Aljo next. Fight Yair next, because Yair is lazy. Yeah, he's been sitting on his ass for a year and a half. But that was a good knockout. He had a really good knockout. He was tentative again. I know he really wasn't against Volk, because Volk's just really good defense. But he was really tentative when it was the fights, and then he just decided this guy has longer range. He needs to be at the range. So if I just get in the pocket and I start swinging, then I could probably knock this guy out. And he immediately did it. He immediately knocked out Steve Garcia, who I don't think should have been fighting Lopez. It's a good win. Definitely. 7-fight winning streak. He's been brutalizing people. But I feel like it was early for Steve Garcia. Because his last one was Onama, Calvin Kattar, and Kyle Nelson. There's a big difference in the competition. But still, it's a good win to have. Because no one nowadays has gotten it ever since Steve got really good. He hasn't lost. He beat Melquizel. He beat Kyle Nelson, who was kind of good at the time. He beat Chase Hooper. But these aren't like Gene Silva's or Ortega's, which, I mean, Ortega isn't crazy good, but, you know, better than Kyle Nelson. But he realized that Steve Garcia needed to be on the range to throw his big, long strikes. Couldn't really throw in the pocket, so he just started swinging. He started going for it. Bo Nickel versus Kyle Daukaus. I was scared more of this one. And it's not that I was scared, it's that I just thought I knew that Bo Nickel would just like lay on him or get destroyed. I mean, you saw my predictions. I think I picked Kyle Daukaus to win. But Bo Nickel, he's too upgraded. He's too much better. And he puts it on. He gets left hook, right straight knockout. And it was a good knockout. He did do a lot of laying. And laying and praying for a bit through 2 elbows. And Joe Rogan was still complaining about the stand-up. Because he just wants to watch Nickel lay on Daukaus for the entire round. He wants the fight to be boring. But the ref standing it up was peak. It helped him. It got him the knockout like 10 seconds later. So good on Jason Herzog. I shit on him a lot, but at least he stood up that fight and got a knockout. 7 fights, 7 knockouts. It was a great night. Mauricio Huffy versus Michael Chandler. Now, there was always the odd thought in the back of the head of, what if Chandler charges at him and gets a knockout? What if Chandler's wrestling is too strong? He got destroyed. Wrestling didn't help. Couldn't get near him. Don't think he landed 1 punch. Got wheel kicked twice. Got ass whooped. And now he's on. It does suck to see. Because we we kind of hyped him, not hyped him, but saw him as some top contender of the division when he was fighting gaethje. He had a close fight. When he fought Poirier, he had a close fight. He almost finished Oliveira. And then he was like 2-3, and we're like, yeah, he's pretty good. You know, he makes it close with all these top guys. And then he sat out for a year and a half or something. And then he fought Charles Oliveira. And then he fought Paddy Pimblett and got destroyed. But around the Paddy Pimblett fight, we were kind of like, yeah, Michael Chandler's going to lose. He's not good anymore. And he lost, and then he lost on the White House really badly. I don't know who he beats outside of the rankings. There's probably somebody, but not that good. He can't fight any decent contenders. I don't know why they made Esteban Ribovics versus Edson Barbosa, just to give Ribovics a win, I guess. But you could have done Ribovics versus Chandler. Or Ludovic Klein versus Chandler. That would have been a good one. Just to get that person a win. Do that now. So he's on a 5-fight losing streak, because he'll lose to any of those guys. Hockett versus Lewis, you know, I was scared about this one because I thought, oh, what if Lewis just knocks him out? Hockett's a small guy, and Lewis does have power in his hands no matter how old he is or how bad he looked in his last fight. So I was scared Lewis would knock him out, and then it didn't come close to happening at all. He just got beat up, and then he quit. I guess he took a lot of damage in the first place, though, but I mean, what did we expect, really? I was scared Lewis would win, but he didn't end up winning. He got his ass whooped. I thought that there's a chance Hockett just beats up on him for 3 rounds, but no, he ended up getting the knockout, luckily. He does go a bit far on the trash talk. He does just say, I'm going to shaman your mama over and over again. Which isn't a great look. Just says the same thing. I guess it puts his name out there. His trash talk. Because, he said something stupid. But hey, he said something stupid over nothing. You know, and he's getting his name at the top, you know. People are talking about the Hockett all the time. The Incredible Hulk. But it's not always for the right reasons. I get that someone like Covington wasn't for the right reasons, but it was entertaining and it was decent, really good trash talk. You know, I know Hockett's having a field day seeing what happened to Pereira and Cyril Gahn. Pereira and Ilia. After trash talking both, and they both lost. That Pereira fight's right there. I see some people say Hockett versus Sergey. He'll get fucked up by Sergey Pavlovich. At least let him get fucked up by Pereira, because that would be a huge fight. You know, that's a big trash talk fight. A big contender fight and an actual, like, beef matchup. So let's do that. Let's not waste it on Sergey Pavlovich, who'd probably beat Pereira as well. So at least let Pereira beat someone like Hockett and then maybe go down and get a heavyweight title shot. And do something like that. Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Eamon Zahabi. Now, Zahabi had nothing for him. He had mid-striking, which isn't something we didn't expect. We knew he'd have awful mid-striking, but I thought that... No, I don't know what I thought for Zahabi. We knew he wasn't going to win. There was the thought of what if he comes out all crafty, all good, and he's better than we thought. But also we thought, someone like me, I thought, O'Malley's going to do shit this fight. No, I was convinced he'd get a knockout, though. But I thought he'd look a lot better early. I think he struggles with anxiety. I have to get a knockout here in the White House. And then he tries to promote himself, but he's so shy. He's, what's the word? He's an introvert. But he knows, I gotta be this big UFC star. They're always giving me the big spots. So he has to try to yell and scream and promote himself. Oh, how Peter Yan! I want you next. Like, it's totally not him. You can tell he's putting it on because he knows he has to try to promote himself somehow. and he knows, oh, I can't lose this fight, I'm done. Oh, I can't lose the song, I'm done. Oh, I gotta knock out Zahabi. And he did knock out Zahabi. It was out of nowhere, but it was good because I did think at some point Zahabi could get hilariously dropped because he does do that quite often. He got dropped by Cheeto Vera, and then I guess he won the fight, but he got destroyed by Aldo. He almost got dropped by the undefeated guy he fought, I think Basharat. But O'Malley got the knockout. He kept the finishing streak going, and it was brutal. It wasn't an early stoppage like people are saying, because he not dropped a Zahabi. Zahabi got up to his knees, and then he went face first into the octagon again. So you can't say, hey, that was a bad stoppage. It was a good stoppage. Zahabi wasn't protesting, so it's good on O'Malley. The next one. Poatan versus Cyril Gane. And see, I'm not going to cry, oh, back of the head shots. I don't think Pereira had it at all. He could have caught Gane, but Gane is a good chin. And he's defensively sound. You got to be really good, like, smart striker to be able to beat him. How good is Alexander Volkov, bro? But I think Volkov would have a chance if they had a trilogy. That's what I want to see. If Cyril beats Aspinall, I want to see Volkov versus him. But no one ever really saw a chance. No, people saw a chance for Pereira, but when he's fighting at middleweight and light heavyweight, he's less bulky. He's less just super muscular. So, you know, he was slower. He didn't have fast reaction time. It was gonna happen, and Cyril's too light on his feet. So, sucks. I really want Pereira to become triple champ, but him versus Hackett is just right there now, man. Next fight, Ilia versus Gaethje. You should see my reaction to it. It was just great. Wow. When watching an Ilia fight, especially against someone like Gaethje, the entire first round you see Ilia pressing forward, and you completely think he's just amazing and he'll trust in his ability. The entire time you're just like, any second. He did it against Volk, he was losing, and he just clipped him. Him and Holloway were having a competitive fight, boom, he clips him. Oliveira charges in, boom, he clips him. You're just expecting the entire time, oh, Ilia's just going to knock Gaethje out at some point. It's only a matter of time before Gaethje waltz in for a shot, and Ilia counters it, knocks him out. Didn't happen. Oh, okay, he's getting the finish in the second round. He's hitting him with body shots. No. Gaethje survives, and you realize, well, Ilia's a bit tired. And going into the third, he's a bit tired, but then Gaethje like throws a leg kick, and Ilia throws a jab, and hits him really well, and you're like, oh, okay, Ilia's still fine. He'll be okay. He'll win. Boom. Starts looking like shit, and boom, that one jab, right overhand, just really hurts him, just clips him bad. And instead of going for the finish, he just held him in north-south for some reason. He could have started throwing shots, they could have stood up, he could have hit him with uppercuts, hooks, punches, just entirely. And he doesn't, and he kind of fumbled the finish, but it gave for more of a beating, I guess. A longer fight. I wouldn't have minded if they stopped it in the third because of him being more damaged, because he could have gotten more damaged. But, man, was that a good fight. The back and forth, 3-1 Gaethje, though. And then he finishes him. It's on the stool. We're like, at some point, you know, you're thinking, oh, Ilia's got this, he's going to do it. And then you're just like, can he come back? And slowly realizing over the round, he's just not. And he's getting beat. And you're like, wow, Ilia's done. And he loses, sadly. But it was so great to see a Gaethje upset. And you see, got a lot of these guys, like a guy like Ilia, oh, he just became champion like that. Barely was at the top for that long, became champion, or they're on a run and they win the title, or like someone like Bilal wins the title and then loses it immediately. Someone like Gaethje can't win the belt, lost 2 title fights, loses to Holloway. You're like, this guy's done. Him and Poirier, very similar careers. Boom. Gaethje is the undisputed champion. He gets the fairy tale ending. Poirier didn't get. Poirier couldn't beat Makhachev. Gaethje can beat Ilia. He gets the fairy tale ending, and it's great to see, and I'm happy. I would rather he won, and then maybe lose a rematch to Ilia at some point. So, it was an amazing card. 7 fights, 7 knockouts. We wanted Pereira to win, but other than that, the rest of the card was amazing. And the people we wanted to win won. So I'm so happy with the card. And follow message of the video. Please, if you watch this far, you gotta subscribe to me.